I'd like to ask you, Rick Kalvoda, what is the biggest risk?
Yeah, I think so operating expenses, of which insurance is a big component of the risk. I think right now of ownership of commercial real estate. I think right now, and this kind of goes back to the uncertainty and what's going to happen with inflation, what's going to happen with interest rate, what's the Fed going to do, is just it's the uncertainty. And as the Fed continues with that increase, is the biggest risk right now is there is there a global financial crisis? You're starting to see the stress on some of the banks. You're starting to see, as I mentioned, with some of the lending or the borrowers, handing keys back to the lenders. You're starting to see some of that at the same time, slowing economic growth, and also increase inflation. All that stress to the economy. That if we go into a recession, if we continue to have higher interest rates, and that's going to have an impact not just on commercial real estate, but across all asset classes. But then specifically with commercial real estate, and especially with the amount of lending done by the regional banks, which are over the past couple of weeks have seen this stress. That's probably the biggest concern out there, is and biggest risk for our investor and for our clients is just what happens, the overall macroeconomic picture. And there's just so many different things impacting it. On top of that, back to your comment just on insurance, is just with the you just think of the climate risk and everything that's happened this year, and how that impacts commercial real estate, whether it's rising ocean levels, et cetera. Is all of that has so our clients, the owners and operators of that commercial real estate, not only have to think about that, but then the macroeconomic side of it as well. So a lot of risk now, hence the uncertainty. But we're all here to help the industry out, in times of risk like that. Yeah.